Welcome to DSV's Power BI navigation training. In an ongoing effort to bring innovation to the market, DSV are investing in Power BI to deliver self-service analytics through new dashboards that offer high-level views, trends, and critical insights. This video is a basic guide to navigating Power BI self-service analytics. If you are unsure how to access DSV Power BI, clients can contact their DSV account manager to assist. Internal users can contact the BI department. The most important thing to remember when working with Power BI dashboards is that you cannot break anything. All the interactions you perform, bookmarks, and filter selections you make are visible to you only. We are going to start with exploring the elements of a dashboard page. First, we have the header. The header tells you in which dashboard you are currently navigating. Click on the drop-down arrow to view further information about the dashboard, for example, the name and the person to contact if there are any issues. Beneath the header is the toolbar. Let's go through the elements together. File allows you to print the current page, embed the report, and generate a QR code. Export lets you export the entire dashboard to an Excel, PowerPoint, or PDF file. Chat in Teams brings up an option to share to a team or channel. Subscribe. Here you can schedule a page of the dashboard to be emailed to you at predefined times. Click on Subscribe, then on Add New Subscription. Enter a subject and a message. The Report Page option allows you to specify which page to reference. It will default to the page you're on, but you can change it here. Next, you can define the frequency: hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. Which days of the week and what time to send the email. The start date will default to today's date and can be changed. The end date is when the subscription will end. Click on the calendar icons to select new dates. Below the dates, there are further options under the heading Also Include. Some of them may be grayed out. The link to reports in Power BI will include a URL to enable you to click on the link to go straight to the dashboard from the email. It is a good idea to have a preview image which will embed a picture of the page as a snapshot in time in the body of the email. Check that everything is in order by viewing the parameters of the report above the Save and Close button. Once you are done, click on Save and Close. Reset to default. Reset filters, slices, and other data changes to the default settings. You can use this if you lose your way and you need to clear all the filters. Bookmarks. This allows you to add a bookmark of the dashboard with your filters in place. We will explore bookmarks in more detail later. View changes the way the dashboard is shown on the screen. Full screen displays the dashboard without any toolbars. This is good for presentation mode. To exit full screen mode, click on the diagonal arrows in the bottom left corner or press the Escape key on your keyboard. Fit to Page maximizes the size of the dashboard in your browser window. Fit to Width changes the ratio of your screen to maximize the width of the dashboard. Actual Size returns the dashboard to its default size. Refresh Visuals. Update the dashboard with the latest data. Please be aware that some dashboards only update once a day. Add to Favorites. Click on the star to make the dashboard a favorite. To view your favorites, click on the star in the navigation pane. To return to your dashboard, click on your browser's back button until you reach the dashboard. The Pages pane. The Pages pane allows you to move through the dashboard. The page that you are currently on is highlighted and has a bar next to it. Access different pages by clicking on the hyperlink to go to the page. Collapse the pane if you do not want to see it. The Filters pane. Filters allow you to restrict the data to only the information you are interested in. Click on the down arrow to open a list of selections. Click to select a single value and Control-click to select multiple values. Click on the eraser to clear the selections made only on this filter. Filters are also searchable. Click on the down arrow, place your cursor in the search bar, and begin typing. Please be aware that the filter selections will not only filter all the visuals on the current page, but for all the pages in the dashboard. This means that if you make a selection on one page, all the pages will be filtered on the same dimension. Working with visuals. A visual is a report or a chart you can interact with. The visual header enables interaction with the information in the chart or report. Hover over the visual to invoke the visual header. To go down to the next level of data in a visual or report, click on the down arrow in the visual header. The arrow will change to a white arrow in a dark circle. Now you can click on the data in the chart to drill into further detail. You can drill down into as many levels as there are in the visual. When you want to go back up again, click on the up arrow until it becomes disabled. The double down arrow drills into the next level of all the dimensions, in comparison to the single down arrow, which only drills into the dimension you click on. For example, if you click on the single down arrow, you can then click on market 04 to drill into that level. However, if you click on the double down arrow, you will drill into the next level of all the markets, not only market 04. The arrow that forks into two expands into the next levels by concatenating the labels. For example, if the first level is market 04 and the next level is account 4782, the label will become market 04 account 4782. Copy visual as image is different to exporting data in that it enables you to copy the visual as a picture and not just the data. Click on the copy icon and then copy to clipboard and close. Go to where you want the picture and paste it by pressing Ctrl-V on your keyboard. Filter. Hover over the funnel icon to view the filters on the visual. Focus mode. Click on focus mode to view the chart in full screen. Click on Back to Report in the upper left corner to return to the page. The ellipses offer more options. Export data lets you export the data from the selected visual only into an Excel or CSV file. This is different to the export button on the menu bar we explored earlier, in that this export data will only export the data from the selected visual, whereas the other export button will export the entire dashboard. It is also different to copy visual as image, as it extracts the data behind the chart. Once you have clicked on Export Data, select whether to export the summary data or all the underlying data. Select the file format and click on the Export button. Please be aware that the option to export underlying data may be disabled. Your download will appear in the download bar of your browser at the bottom. Click the file to open it in Excel. Show as table. This will bring up the visual in full screen mode with the table of the data underneath. Click on Back to Report to return to the dashboard. Spotlight. Highlight the visual so that it stands out on the page. The other visuals will be dimmed. Click on the ellipses and spotlight again to toggle the visual into normal mode. Sort. Change how the visual sorts by data or values. Chart visuals. Power BI's innate ability to interact with charts make it easy to slice and dice data. In addition to using the visuals arrows to drill into detail, you can also click on any element in a chart to filter the objects on that page. Clicking on a label, line, or bar in a chart will filter not only that visual, but the rest of the visuals on that page. Selections made in the chart are highlighted in bold text. As you can see, when we click on market 08, the other visuals on the page update to show market 08. In this instance, you can see that some of the visuals completely filter out everything but market 08, while others highlight the market 08 portion in a darker grey. Tooltips can offer you more information about a chart value. Hover your mouse over a bar or a line in a chart to see more data. Zoom slider. Some visuals may be enabled with a vertical or horizontal zoom slider. This is helpful when the chart contains very high and very low values together. Drag the circles on either side of the slider to zoom into smaller values. Report visuals. Reports work the same as charts, but with added functionality. Drill into detail by using the visual header or clicking on the expansion icons to view further detail. Sort on any column by clicking on the header once for descending and again for ascending. The column by which the entire report is sorted will show an up or a down arrow. Remember that you can extract this report by hovering on the upper right corner of the report to invoke the visual header. Click on the ellipses and then Export Data. Another screen will appear where you can specify whether you want to export the summarized data or the underlying data. Please be aware that data with current layout may not be available. The underlying data will export all the fields in the report, while the summarized data will only export the data at its highest unexpanded level. If you are extracting a lot of data, the report may take a while to export. You can still browse the dashboard while the file is exporting. Working with bookmarks. If you have selections that you often use, for example, a specific client or customer, you can make a bookmark of your filters to use later. Adding a bookmark. Go to the page you want to view and make the selections in the filters. Click on the bookmark icon in the toolbar. Click Add a personal bookmark and type in a descriptive name and press Save. View a saved bookmark. To view your bookmark, click on the bookmark icon in the toolbar and click on the name of your bookmark. Changing a bookmark. To make changes to your bookmark, click on the three dots to bring up more options. This concludes the Power BI navigation training. Thank you for your time today. For any questions, clients can reach out to the DSV account manager. Internally, please contact the BI department.